Hello guys, my name is Lisa and today is going to be a challenge video. So I know that Labubus are getting pretty popular, so I decided to try and model it on SolidWorks. Now, it seems like a very big challenge, so I don't know how well I can do with this. I'm anticipating it's gonna end up looking kind of robotic, but let's see and let's try. And if any of you have any better versions on how to do this, please let me know. I would be happy to see any of your attempts at this challenge. So I just made a small sketch for the head. So I'm gonna revolve this around this axis, and I made this as an oval shape. And this is kind of what I had for the body as a sketch. So again, I don't know how well this is gonna come out, so maybe I can just like I don't know. I think this is what it might end up looking like. So let's see. So we're gonna revolve this. Around the sketch. And so far it just looks like a Russian doll, to be honest, but let's keep going. So let's start with the ears. I'm thinking, so I have this top plane. I'm gonna make an additional plane, maybe like 1 inch, yeah. So I'm going to draw some circles. Let's select our view. Not in circles, I think it's more of like an oval shape. So I'm gonna do it somewhere here. Not a big radius, something small. Maybe something like this. Okay. And I think I'm gonna do a lofted base. So for that, I need a second sketch. Let's see, how tall do I want this to be? Maybe like 1.7 approximately. I have like a small reference here that I found on a random website. So yeah, that seems appropriate. Okay. So here I'm just gonna draw more ovals. So something like this, maybe. Okay. So now I'm gonna do my lofted base. Okay, yeah, that looks very robotic, but let's see, shall we? So I'm probably going to curve this a little bit. So I'm gonna do a fillet. It's 0.10. Let's see what this will look like. Oh, too much. Let's say it's 0.05. Okay, not too bad, honestly, not too bad. Alright. Or kind of goes out like this. So maybe let's try this a bit of a different way. So I think I'm gonna actually bring this plane down. I'm gonna make it at about 1 inch. And then I'm going to change this sketch to be a little bit. So I made this plane, so now I'm gonna draw on here and make another sketch. That's approximately what I had originally. Just gonna drag this. Something like this. And then also I'm gonna make a sketch on here. is going to be something like this. Okay, so another lofted boss space from here to here. It keeps doing it. I don't want to twist it. Okay. Sure, something like this. I'm going to fillet this so it's round, nice and round. Okay, I mean, honestly, it looks a little better than what it was before. So now I'm going to mirror this. So front plane, gonna make a center line. Right down the middle. And now I'm going to mirror entities. I'm going to do bodies to mirror. Features to mirror. And then mirror face or plane. So actually, I'm just gonna mirror it along the right plane. So I'm gonna mirror this feature around. So now I'm gonna mirror this feature along the right plane. I'm gonna click mirror, and then features. It's gonna be this and this. So you just have to click geometry pattern down there so that it works. Okay, I mean, all right, well, let's keep going. So now it's time to do a cut. So I'm gonna try to do legs. To be honest, I'm not 100% sure how this is gonna turn out, but let's see. Let's see. So they look something like this, I guess. And there's like maybe like a tiny cut here. I'm gonna do this separately. So maybe something like this. Okay, now I'm gonna make a second one. So from here, it's something like this. Okay. So okay, and now I'm gonna connect these. So I'm just gonna extrude cut just to see what this looks like. I know the program is gonna freak out at me. Okay, through all those directions. Okay, so it does freak out if I do it like this, but what I can do is use direction 2, aligned, and then do something like this. Okay, so let's say we made a cut for our legs, and now let's try to do our arms. So, sketch. So they come from somewhere like over here. This is a very much free drawn sketch. So we'll see how this actually looks. Let me think. So let's say it's something like this. Then I'm gonna revolve. Okay, I mean, it doesn't look too bad. I just need to attach this a little better. But otherwise, not too bad, honestly. It's a coincidence. Okay, so I was worried it wasn't attached, but it is. Okay, so I'm also gonna mirror this. Actually, hold on. Yes, I'm gonna mirror along my right plane. Okay, I mean, it's turning out as something. So let's see, now I'm gonna try to do the eyes. So where's my front plane? How close do I want the eyes to be? Rather, how far do I want them to be? So I think maybe 1.3. Pretty far apart on this creature. So maybe even a little less. Okay, I think this is good. So we're gonna do a cut, and this is again going to be an oval. Ovals are really saving us today. So I'm assuming it's in the middle somewhere. Okay. And then I'm just gonna mirror this. Oh, actually, I'm gonna make my center line. And then I'm gonna mirror my entity. Okay. And what I'm also gonna do is try to make that smile that they have. I think it goes a little further. Maybe, what did it go to? Oh my god, it goes like towards the end of the face. So maybe I will do it from all the way over here. So all the way over here. Okay, gonna offset this. Sure, that looks pretty good. Oh, oops. Offset entities. Then I'm gonna make it like a little like this. I feel like that's how it goes. Okay, and it also has teeth, so I'm going to try and cut those out. Let's see if I can pattern this. Okay, never mind, I can't pattern this. That's okay. We're just going to sketch this as I can. I should have honestly hired me into art school or something. This looks great. I don't know who came up with these, honestly. I don't even know why they blew up. Okay. So, we're gonna make these. And when you're doing this, and if you're doing this, you have to be really careful so that your sketch coincides with the other sketch, otherwise it's going to give you a lot of problems. And I think I started. I'm gonna close this. Close this from here to here. And what we're gonna do now is trim the top. So that it's only cutting. Okay, more or less, I guess. And now I'm just gonna extrude cut this. So that's the direction, yes. Wait, why did it disappear? Hold on, that looked creepy. I'm just gonna do it both directions. So, direction 2. Gotta make it even more. Basically what it's doing is it's not cutting through the front. So let's just check where it's going. Okay, so this direction needs to be really far. Okay, now it's cutting. There we go. That looks creepy enough. So if I wanted to do like eyes inside of it, what I can do is honestly draw on the same geometry, and I'm gonna do extruded base, my ovals, and here it's already showing me. Okay. Okay, something like this, I think. Center line again. Always, honestly, like the biggest tip, make sure you're drawing around this axis because it makes your life much easier when you have to mirror anything or just orient yourself. Yeah. Okay, exit. Sure. Okay, so now it's extruded. Just gonna save this just really quickly. Okay, and don't forget to save your files because they can also go away. Okay, honestly, this is looking pretty decent. So what I'm gonna do is I'm also gonna make just one more plane, and I'm gonna try to draw some things on here. So flip offset 1. That looks pretty good. So what I'm trying to do is I'm gonna try to do those things on the ears. So I'm just gonna do an extruded space, and this one I'm gonna free draw just because it makes life easier. Okay, and then again center line. Okay, so this is extruded. Okay, so this is what it's turning out to be. I'm not gonna do the close, but okay, so let's try to render it. So before we actually do render it, I want to make sure that my results are not merged for the things that I want to be different colors. There are some options for you to color different parts different colors, even if this is not checked, even if it is checked, but I just prefer to save myself a headache. Okay, so now we go into photo view, render tools, edit appearance, and let's, oh, nope. Actually, yeah, I think that one is black color. I think this stuff also needs to be black. Let me check. Sorry, that one needs to be white, so I'm gonna undo that. Okay, so I think it needs to be like this. Okay, so then I also need white, or rather, so skin color is going to be inorganic, miscellaneous skin, and I don't want the whole thing, I just want some of the stuff. Okay. So now I'm gonna grab white, I think. Painted alone, maybe? No. Need it to be like white or something. Okay, so obviously this is a very silly version of Labubu, but if you guys would like to try it on your own, please do so. I'm sure you can do a better job than me. If you want me to do any more challenges that are silly, let me know and I will try to do them. Thank you.